Когда Ника родилась, я себя чувствовала прекрасно. Ну, радостно так, в общем-то. В тот момент, когда нам сказали, что у нее такая хромосомная патология, но предполагалось, ну, в лучшем случае, когда-нибудь скажет мама в 36 лет.
In Russia, when a child is born with a disability, parents face pressure from doctors to give their children up. Children end up in orphanages where they may face serious abuse and neglect.
Нам говорили, что настолько тяжелый ребенок, настолько тяжелая его патология, что мы просто не сможем обеспечить ей нужный уход. И, как правило, такие дети практически не развиваются, то есть это вот такой овощ на грядке. Поверила, что я не смогу за ней ухаживать как положено. И Даша осталась в роддоме.
I visited 10 orphanages across Russia where children with disabilities live, and in the vast majority, I met dozens of children who were confined to these lying down rooms where they went for hours without any attention, where many were fed with tubes all day. And I was able to show their photos to a pediatrician who specializes in the health of children with disabilities. This doctor confirmed that these children could have easily developed far more if they had only been given proper healthcare and nutrition. I spoke with young people who had left institutions who told me that they were subject to severe abuse, such as beatings, sedatives used to control and punish them, and forced psychiatric hospitalization as punishment.
Они когда трезвые, нормальные, но когда напьются, они меня били, за волосы таскали.
Докладная – это бумажка, на кого-то там пишет, кто ведет себя плохо. И пишет на него докладную, и доктор сдают. Накопляется, потом отправляет в психиатрическую больницу.
Ну, Богданова – это психоаналитическая больница. Психоаналитическая больница – это там решетки на окнах стоят, потом там привязывают людей, уколы колют.
The vast majority of children living in Russian orphanages have at least one living parent. These children are not orphans. They could be living with their families. The sooner that children are transferred out of institutions, the better a chance they have of developing normally.
Видно было, что Даша развивается, даже в условиях дома ребенка Даша развивается, и мы представили, что могло бы быть, если бы она росла в семье, насколько успешно могло бы быть ее развитие. Ой, это тоже от конструктора?
Да, так.
Mothers who took their children back after giving them to state care told me that these children developed in ways that far exceeded their expectations, and certainly far more than they expected given what doctors had told them.
Даша очень любит заботиться. Ее любимые клиенты – это бабушки и дети. Она на самом деле делает это без брезгливости. Она это делает от чистого сердца. То есть она все делает так, что ты всегда найдешь о чем порадоваться.
Time and time again, I've met children with disabilities who've grown up in biological or foster families who have thrived because they've been given love and attention and proper education.
Да, но она умеет читать, ну, не очень хорошо, но умеет. Вот, считать хуже, но мы работаем над этим. Вот, у меня есть, то есть мне кажется, что она определенные надежды подает. Танцевал кто там? Кто танцевал? Балерина.
The Russian government should reduce the number of children in institutions and make a long-term plan to end the institutionalization of children with disabilities. In the meantime, Russia should make sure that workers in orphanages are aware of the rights and the dignity of children with disabilities. There should be a zero tolerance policy towards violence.
A year ago, journalist Hananka Daji began an investigation. Parents were complaining their disabled children were being abused in Jordan's private care home system. We decided to pose as volunteer care workers and use hidden cameras to record the evidence. What's life really like for children behind the closed doors of this hidden world? We filmed a shocking world of abuse, neglect and casual violence, with government regulation failing to protect Jordan's disabled and most vulnerable children. There are 54 private care homes for the mentally disabled in Jordan, housing thousands of children. They present a professional and caring face to prospective parents. But what's the reality behind the glossy image? Parents and former care workers had told us of abuse and neglect at one care home, Ibn Khaldun in Amman. We went to film undercover to see what was happening for ourselves. We arrived to a scene of chaos and aggression. A boy, clearly distressed, is dragged into a classroom, and a very young girl is being pulled around by her hair. The children in Ibn Khaldun have a variety of disabilities, from autism to Down syndrome. We found them all mixed together in classes. Most are boarders and rely on the teachers for everything: care, teaching and affection. The centre promises parents to treat each child with respect, but we found teachers dragging the children around like cattle and forcing them into their seats. Our first day undercover was also the first day for this new teacher. She was soon given a frank lesson in how to deal with the young disabled children in her care. It was hard to know if this one day in Ibn Khaldun was typical of what happens in Jordan's private care homes. So we decided to take our secret camera into another centre where we'd also been told of serious problems of abuse. Al Razi Centre for Special Education, also in Amman, sits in the middle of an affluent suburb. It too caters for mentally disabled children. Posing as a volunteer, we found life for them was similar. A boy is dragged along the corridor floor into his classroom. Our investigator Hanan remembered seeing children abandoned in empty rooms by staff when she first worked in Al Razi at the start of our investigation. She found the same boy sitting on his own, looking bewildered. Hanan filmed the boy almost a year earlier on her mobile phone. Then he was clearly left tied to a chair. In another room, Hanan found a girl who had also been left alone by staff. She seemed frightened of her at first. But when we showed her some care, her deep distress became obvious. Hanan had also seen this child left alone by staff when she began her investigation. When a teacher walked past, we were told to just ignore her. We'd asked Hanan to record her reactions in a video diary by turning her secret camera on herself.
أصلاً أنا مش قادرة إني أتحمل يمكن مناظر الأشخاص المعاقين وهن عم بيعانوا. يعني هن سبحان الله الله بيخلقهم مع إعاقتهم، بعضهم بيكونوا عم بيعانوا بسبب الإعاقة، ولكن بعض المشرفين عم بيزيدوا من معاناتهم لما هن بيعرضوهم لعنف جسدي أو عنف نفسي أو عنف لفظي، أو بيعرضوهم أيضا للإهمال.
Nasser Charmaine trusted the El Halal Centre in Amman with his 12-year-old autistic son Ahmed. He was told not to contact him for a month so he could adjust. Then 20 days later, in a phone call, Ahmed begged his father to come and see him.
سحبت حالي ورحت عليه على المركز بدون ما أحكي أني جاي أو كذا، زيارة فجائية هيك جيت عليهم. دخلت عليه وهو على التخت، لقيت راسه ملفوف من هون هيك، الجرح يجي من هون لهون. طبعا ايده اللي هي مكسورة، اصبعه هذا اللي مكسور، اذنه من هون، خشمه هاي من هون، كيف من هون، هاي وجهه من هون، هذا كله دم من هون. لمني سألته أقول له بإيش ضربتك؟ في جبيرة عندنا عملتها ليه في المدينة الطبية لرجليه اللي هن هذول، بتمسك رجله زي هيك، بيظل لابسها لهون، قضبتها وضربيته فيها تضربه.
About 25 young people are headed for the village of Surat, northeast of Beirut. Beginning tomorrow, they'll spend 4 weeks caring for people with physical and mental disabilities. Today, the volunteers meet and introduce themselves.
The guys look forward to our arrival every year. When the summer clothes come out, they know we're coming, and they sing our songs. I've seen these guys 6 times already. It's like a reunion with friends. You give each other a hug, say hello, ask how everyone's doing. And in the bus, some of them get a bit rowdy. Many have autism, and quite a few have Down syndrome. Many of them have been traumatized by war and became autistic as a result. And then there are many who have physical disabilities because they've never had physical therapy or other kinds of therapy or gone to school. And because many of them are given very strong medications, their disabilities are more severe than they might have been.